My name is Henry Miller, a sturdy 72-year-old widower, had always prided himself on his independence. After decades running a small auto repair shop, he built a modest but secure life with his late wife, Mary, who passed away 6 years ago from illness. Their home was a cozy bungalow in a quiet suburb, with creaky wooden floors and walls lined with family photos. Henry's days were simple: tinkering in the garage, where the smell of oil and metal lingered, and occasional visits to his only son, Nolan. But lately those visits felt strained. Nolan, now 43, had been complaining about a rough patch in his marketing job, yet his house screamed luxury. Freshly paved driveway, designer furniture, the sharp scent of expensive cleaners masking any hint of struggle. Henry pulled his trusty 12-year-old pickup into the drive one sunny afternoon, grabbing his duffel bag. The air was crisp, carrying the faint buzz of lawnmowers from neighbors. Nolan flung open the door before Henry knocked, flashing a grin that seemed stretched too thin. "Dad, glad you made it. Come on in." He enveloped Henry in a hug that felt more like a pat-down than warmth. Belinda, Nolan's wife, appeared behind him, adjusting her impeccable blouse, her smile polite but distant. "Henry, good to see you. Traffic okay?" Her tone was crisp, like she was checking off a list. The living room was spotless, reeking of artificial pine instead of the homey aromas Mary used to create with her baking. Henry settled into a sleek new couch, replacing the old plush one he'd helped pick. "Bag, Dad." Nolan snatched it eagerly. Henry pulled back. "I'm 72, son, not 92. I got it." Belinda chuckled lightly, like tinkling glass. "He's just helping, Henry. We fret about you alone. Remember the spare linen spot last time?" There was a sly poke at his recall, cloaked in care. Henry's jaw tightened, but he smiled. "Mind sharp as ever, Belinda. Place looks upscale. New vases, paintings. Funds from where, if times are tight." Nolan deflected. "Sit tight, Dad. Drink." Chit-chat dragged. Nolan spouted vague job jargon. Belinda grilled on health. "Blood pressure pills on schedule, Henry? Vital at your stage." Her eyes probed for slips. Henry felt like a suspect. Then Belinda sighed theatrically. Tough times here, with Nolan's deal gone south. Belt tightening all around. But the opulence said otherwise. Henry nodded warily. Nolan leaned in. "Speaking of Dad, time to streamline your setup for safety." Henry's instincts prickled. "Streamline how?" "I'm good." Nolan vague. "Doc's money. Ease handling." "I could assist." Before probing deeper, Nolan clapped. "Let's grab a brew at the Dusty Barrel. Guy's time." Belinda nodded fast. "My meeting popped up. Enjoy." Too convenient. But a pint beat the tension. "Sure, lead on." The Dusty Barrel was timeless. Dim panels, scuffed seats, stale ale and fry grease aroma. Gary, the barkeep Henry knew for decades, smiled warmly at him but cooled, spotting Nolan. "Henry, hey." Nolan ordered flashy craft beer. Henry stuck to lager. Foam chilled his lips. Nolan gulped in pride. "Dad, finance is real talk. House costs bills okay?" Henry tensed. "Paid off. Pension handles it." Nolan pushed. "Secure though? Emergencies? Let me monitor accounts." Drill-like insistence. Gary cleaned nearby, eyes warning. Nolan's phone buzzed. He bolted for work call. Gary grabbed Henry's arm, eyes urgent. "Henry!" He hissed low over cooler hum. "Nolan and that wife. Scheming. Your cash home. Heard. M1 control. Say you're foggy." Chill raced down Henry's spine. "What?" "Gary. Power of attorney. Lawyer Fletcher, Doc Carson. Planning to label you unfit." Words hammered Henry. Belinda's jabs, Nolan's fixation, puzzle snapped. Betrayal stabbed deep. Nolan returned smiling. Gary backed off, eyes pleading. Henry dizzy. Bathroom. Locked in, breath short, heart thumping. Plan real. Nolan has taught the fish boy how. Belinda's greed twisted him. No exit, but tiny grimy window high up. But as Henry eyed that escape route, little did he know the shadows outside held even darker secrets waiting to unfold. Henry's mind whirled in the cramped restroom, the air thick with musty tiles and faint urine tang. His reflection in the cracked mirror showed a man aged beyond his years, eyes wide with terror. Gary's words echoed, power of attorney, Dr. Carson, unfit. Not paranoia, a calculated heist by his flesh and blood to rob him blind, chest aching like a vice. Henry recalled Nolan's childhood laughs, Mary's gentle cautions about his son's lazy streak. But this, deeper than any cut. Nolan waited outside, and he seconded a knock. No door out, but that small window above the toilet, dust-caked, paint flaking, untouched for ages, leading to the back alley Gary once mentioned for deliveries. Could a 72-year-old with creaky joints pull it off? Waiting meant walking into their snare. Gary risked much warning him. Henry owed a fight for Mary himself. Deep breath, he climbed the wobbly lid, hand bracing damp wall. Latch rusted. Fingers slipped on metal. Grunt, shoulder shove, screech pierce the quiet. Freeze, ears straining, bar murmurs unchanged. Relief surged. Window creaked open, alley reek of wet stone and trash wafting in. Drop, 6 feet to cardboard stacks by bins. Survivable. Hoist up, muscles protesting like old gears. Leg over sill, shin scraped raw. Pain flared, ignored. Torso through, frame biting ribs, jacket ripping. Half out dangling. Nolan could knock now. Alley empty save a vanishing rat. Push off, drop hard. Ankle twisted sharp. Agony lancing up. Bite lip to silence groan. Up slow, weight test. Hurts like fire, but bears. Dust off garbage stink. Free. Hidden. Now truth. Limp to alley front. Peek. Nolan bursts out, frantic, scanning, hair ruffled like teen exam panic. Mutters curses, phones. Henry's buzzes silent. Paces, then strides opposite car. Hunched. Odd. Henry's gut. Follow. Shadow Nolan, ducking doorways, cars. Ankle throbs, but shop-honed stealth helps. Nolan oblivious. Head down. Corner. Idling black luxury car. Tinted windows. Fumes curling. Nolan slips in back. Plate. HCD592, seared in. Car glides away. Henry hails dropping cab half block. Climb in, panting. Tail that sedan discreet. Cabbie chews gum, shrugs. You're buck. Trail through dust traffic. Henry's pulse racing. Spying on his boy? Surreal. But Gary's alert, Nolan's oddity. Posh ride. Wrongness screams. Car veers a seedy area. Fading buildings, dim offices. Parks at Fletcher and Partners Legal. Not Titans, Gary's name. Hide behind truck. Driver out. 50-ish, greased hair, gaudy suit, Fletcher. Nolan exits focused. Tie tweak. Pause at door. Voices wind carried. Power docks ready. Nolan. Great. Old guy sign soon. Fletcher laughs. Carson inks Tuesday. Says he's muddled smooth sail. Nolan beams. Belinda's stoked flawless scheme. Chuckles inside. Henry slumps on van. Vertigo hitting. Bow rising. Confirmed. Nolan scheming with shysters to fake fog. Grab all. Mary's legacy trashed. Grief waves, but fury ignites. Underestimated Henry Miller. Sharp, resilient. Cab back, need haven. Twilight motel, neon buzzing faint. Peeling facade. Lot sparse with rusty vans. Fumes and grease odor. Check as John Doe. Cash. Clerk grunts key. Room 209. Hallway threadbare. Room smoky despair. Sag a bed. Bolted TV. Traffic hum window. Lock, chain, chair wedge. Collapse, Springs Creek. Reality crashes. Nolan's chill tone, Belinda's rush. Thought storm. Lie? Greed hidden? Belinda warped him? Both? Result. See him as cash cow to Cole. Grief stabs like Mary's lost anew. She defend Nolan. Good core needs growth. Wrong? Guilt nags. Too soft bailouts bred this. No, their sin. Wallow. Nah. Rage steals gut. Foggy pushover? Wrong. Allies plan. Wall it out. Faded Mary pick emergency list. Paul Jensen, best bud. Roger Dawson, lawyer. Flip phone, Paul first. Henry? Nolan called frantic. You vanish, confused? Henry hisses. Safe, need aid. Nolan / Belinda plotting. Attorneys, medics, my fortune. Paul curses. Meet? Dale's diner. Rear seat, 20 minutes. Relief. Dawson office. Urgent 8 a.m. slot. Steps taken. But Nolan's grin haunts. Fight dawns tomorrow versus own blood. Yet as Henry drifted into uneasy sleep, he had no idea the web was even tighter. With allies about to reveal shocking depths. Dale's diner was dim and sparse. The aroma of stale joe and sizzling bacon thick under buzzing fluorescence. Cracked linoleum gleamed dully, red booths worn. Henry hunkered in the corner spot, hands icy despite hot mug steam. Doorbell tinkled. Head snapped, fearing Nolan or Belinda's glare. Paranoia gripped, but survival demanded it. 20 minutes sharp, Paul pushed in burly ex-labor frame, crinkled kind eyes now stormy. Scanned, spotted Henry. Relief washed seeing that rugged face. Paul slid opposite. Henry, you look haunted. Nolan sounded nuts. What's up? Coffee ordered. Waitress gone. Paul leaned. Talk. Henry exhaled deep. Voice in the rot felt like fresh betrayal. Started with Nolan's visit. Chilly vibe, Belinda's memory barbs. Pub push, finances grill. Paul's brow furrowed. Typical Nolan / Belinda. Always sniffing cash. Annoying, but old news. Henry whispered. Different. Nolan out for call, Gary warned. Recapped Gary's hiss. Eavesdrop chats, control crave. Unfit label. Paul's face darkened. Gary? Solid guy, wouldn't BS. Henry nodded. Worse. Window flee. Ankle fire throb. Cab chase. Overheard at Fletcher's. Doc's ready, Carson signs. Muddled stamp, Belinda thrilled. Perfect ploy. Paul fist thumped soft, mugs jumping. Bastards. After you raise him, Mary's sake. She'd shatter. Belinda? Pure venom. Twisting him. Anger mirror Henry's. Validating the turmoil. Could not solo. They see me as doddering fool to shove. Henry bittered. Nolan spreading confused, wandered tail. Paul rubbed face. Okay, think. Then. Motel hide, calls. Dawson meet morn. Paul Dawson? Keen, straight. Smart. Nodded. But Fletcher / Carson. Crooked. I'll probe. No folks who know dirt. Henry. Careful. Paul snorted. Let him. Ain't alone while I breathe. Watch house. Errands. Call any time. Eyes pricked. Lifeline loyalty. Thanks, Paul. Lost without you. Paul waved. Friends do. Coffee up. Strength needed. Don't sweat show. Play foggy by time, like Dawson say. Expose 'em. Grim grin. Will. Silence settled. Bond unspoken. Road ugly. Family rip. But since Gary's grab, not adrift. Pal lawyer-lined. Truth focusing. Battle brewing. 8 a.m. Dawson's office. Gleaming brass. Soft rugs muffling steps. Secretary led to mahogany den. Dawson rose, mid-60s, neat gray hair, tailored suit, firm grip, eyes wise. Henry, good seeing ya, wish better terms. Sat full focus, all details. Henry poured. Visit probes, pub pressure, Gary alert, Fletcher Carson unfit scheme. Window dash, ankle ache, cab tail, overheard conspiracy. Motel hide, overwhelm. Paul call, is Fletcher / Carson dirt. Dawson noted grave, lips tight, chin stroke. Silence heavy post-tail. Henry, Calm but stern, Allerman, not dispute. Fraud conspiracy. Influence, elder abuse. Terms chilled. What can they do? Dawson, trick power sign or Carson declare incompetent. Control finances. Worst, court guardianship on fake evidence, right stripped. Blood iced, locked away, savings drained. Succeed? Tougher if quick, desperate ruthless. Tap notes, secure assets. Nolan access. None, Mary's slashes kept separate. Good. Bank today, manager alert unauthorized tries. Password swaps. I'll draft revoke letter. Evidence vital. Paul Good. Need Fletcher history. Carson records. Gary's statement key. Investigator contact. Think so straight. Appointment slip. Links him. Paused. Revoke any power claim doc. Notarized. Nodded control returning. Dawson thorough. Long term. Estate from Mary's will. Frowned. Mostly will Nolan beneficiary. Dawson file out. Recall post-Mary concern. Protect estate from bad choices. Honor her hospital wish. Eyes wide, vague memory. Trust. Irrevocable living. House, investments transferred. You control life, but owned by trust. Implication dawned. Power/guardianship skips trust assets. Successor, bank department, not Nolan. Primary, hospital. Nolan secondary, conditional. Year stable finances, trustee discretion. Smile bloomed, first real. Plan doomed, unaware. Wiser than realized, Henry. Relief deep, core safe, Mary's house. Saving shielded. Pension vulnerable, but main guarded. Now, use edge. Let think plan works. Stall, no sign, say need review. Time for proof. Deceit stung, but their game. Can play foggy bit longer, if catches them. Left empowered. Plan, secret trust ace. But as Henry headed bank, he sensed the noose tightening. Unaware the ambush loomed closer than ever. Back home, Henry's sanctuary felt shadowed. The porch swing creaked ominously, Mary's photo watching with sad eyes. He double-checked locks, scanned streets for lurkers. Paul had scoped earlier. Clear, but unease clung like fog. Bank visit done. Alert set, passwords freshened. Small win in the brewing war. Mid-morning ring. Nolan. Deep breath, Dawson's play. Vague stall. Let ring twice, answer breathy. Hello? Nolan rushed. Dad, God, where you vanish? Scared us silly. Searched everywhere. Henry. Tired, sudden, drove home. Head fuzzy recent. Nolan hooked. Exactly why worry. Papers we chatted. Pushed. Basic power. Aid bills if you falter. Henry. Complicated sound. Glasses need. Jim from vet's check. Nolan irked but relented. Fine. Bring later. Quick though. Hung steady. Time bought. Paul called afternoon. Hit paydirt. Fletcher? Shady rep. Dodgy divorces. Land scams. Loophole king. Ethics optional. Say contacts. Fit grim. Carson? Neurology practice. But 7 years back. Board slap for sloppy senior evals. Signed sans checks. Red flag. Pliable for price. Sickening puzzle piece. Thanks. Helps huge. Paul. Ears open. Watch back. Dirty players. Needed Nolan link. Dusty barrel low. Gary polishing. Few patrons. Henry back. Office. Invoice piles. Beer whiff. Knew you'd return. Everything heard, Gary. Sighed. Known you forever. Nolan since kid snagged gin nuts. Change, or Belinda change him. Specifics. Month snippets. Belinda gripes your fortune hoard. Unfair Nolan waits. He nods. Adds you're scatterbrained. Rubbed raw you're keen. Fletcher meets. 3 recent. Nolan nervous. Fletcher joins. Low talk. Paper swap. Shady vibe. Overheard. Capacity check. Legit look. Belinda mentions. Last. Fletcher gone. Nolan drops slip on the table. Bolts unaware. Gary pulls folded card. Carson Neuroservices. Patient Henry Miller. Tuesday eval. Heart pounds. Premeditated proof. Kept it. Creepy. After you vanished. New give you. Huge. Gary proves all. Careful. Play hardball. Wallet tucked. Evidence gold. Walked out empowered. Card weighty as any Fletcher doc. Game shifted. Next day knocked. Nolan Belinda. Flowers fake as smiles. Neighborhood drop in. Envelope slid. Papers review now. Belinda. Protection. If ill, Nolan handles. Henry glasses fumble. Tiny print. Legal maze. Straightforward. Nolan taps foot. Henry. Big step. Jim vets it. Push. Delay why? Trust son. Henry. Responsible. Mary said fine print. Stall. Ponder tonight. Tomorrow chat. Looks traded. Agree grudging. Leave. Tension thick. Need Dawson speed. Proof beyond stall. Coleman card key. But ambush brewed unseen. Yet as evening fell, Henry clutched the burner phone, oblivious that the vultures circled closer, ready to strike without warning. Papers felt toxic on the table. Cheap ink promising chains. Doorbell jolted Henry. Stomach dropped. Peephole. Not Nolan/Belinda. 2 suits. Slick Fletcher. Thin smile. Older Carson. Specs med bag. Shifty gaze. Nolan's car curbs. They hurry up. Faces full worry. Setup. Trap sprung early. Mind race. Dawson stall. Gather proof. But forced. Refuse. Twist as decline proof. Submit. Carson's bias report. Damned either. Breath steady. Open flustered. Back so soon? These gents. Nolan arm grab. Worried. Brought Fletcher recall. Carson specialist. House call to check. Fletcher. Routine pre-docs. Carson. Questions, pressure, memory quiz, quick. Henry. Odd, my Doc Evans fine. Nolan. Carson cognition expert. Notice slips, misplaces, repeats. Ensure okay pre-sign. Henry bristled. Sharp mind, no need. Belinda syrupy. Don't fight, we care. Check fine? Great. Issues? Help early. Appreciate. No consent. Strange doc here. Doorway firm. Fletcher tightens. Refusal flags awareness hide. Family notes instances. Yesterday vanished. Today muddle. Resist power. Threat lingers. Carson. Resistance dementia sign lack insight. Case built on porch. Defense weaponized. Walls close. Outrageous. Invade. Accuse on son's lies. Threaten court of no bogus check. Nolan. No threat. Fletcher cuts. Clear. Family concern. Sawdust. You incapable assets manage. Moral duty. Refuse assess. Petition guardian. Guardian end. Total strip. Court eye evidence. Carson view on report/refusal. Concerns. Race mind. Slam door. Ammo. Let in. Rigged. Stall how. Dawson/Paul time need. Street glance miracle. None. Cornered by blood. Wife. Crook lawyer. Hire doc. World crumbled. Vulnerable. But spark stubborn. Not one. As Henry met Fletcher's ice stare, car slam echoed. Footsteps crunch. Heart leaped. The cavalry arrived. But would it turn the tide before the noose tightened forever? Crunch echoes, door swings. Dawson calm, imposing, Paul grim, solid. Scene scan. Henry cornered, Fletcher/Carson flank. Nolan/Belinda hover. Paul beside Henry. Dawson, pressuring client. Fletcher/Carson freeze. Nolan jaw drops. Belinda gasps. What here? Fletcher stammers. Dawson. Represent Henry Miller. Timely. Hearing guardian threats on baseless incompetence. Briefcase railing thud. Options discussion. Fletcher regains. Sounded coercion. Folder out. Review competence evidence. Holds crumpled card. Appointment Henry at Carson's. Tuesday eval. Carson pales. You book yourself? Carson. Sunset concerns. Dawson skeptical. Time with power pressure Fletcher drafted. Henry wanted independent review. No wait. Gary Holloway affidavit. Overheard Nolan/Belinda asset crave. Fletcher meets on strategies. Nolan punch look. Belinda glares him. Fletcher averts. Plus. Contrary confusion claims. Henry full neuroeval yesterday Sedgefield. Above average cognition lucid capable. Zero impairment. Report a top card. Opposite report Carson. Sands exam misconduct. Carson flinch. Fletcher grim. Nolan mute. Belinda panic. Dawson crisp. Confused tail crumbles. Power eager. Deception fraud. Pursue action fraud conspiracy. Misconduct all. Fletcher weak. Premature concern act. Dawson sharp. Concern assets thought easy. Misapprehend estate. Nolan. What? Dawson pity smile. Henry/Mary irrevocable trust. 5 years post pass. April 2021. House. Portfolio transferred. Henry life control, but trust owns. Silence bomb. Nolan bewildered. Belinda disbelieves. Fletcher calculates frantic. Carson lost. Trust. Nolan whispers. Never said. Dawson. No need. Incapacity/death. Managed per terms, not power/will. Terms. Belinda faint. Sedgefield Kids Hospital primary residue. Mary's charity wish. Nolan secondary. Smaller percent post-death. If prove year stable work/finances to successor trustee. Sterling Bank. Discretion payouts. Checkmate. Assets locked. Conditions Nolan can't meet. Bulk elsewhere. Scheme vapor. Belinda cries, claws Nolan. Idiot. Said simple his name. Nolan yanks. Didn't know. Fletcher backs. Horror mask. Carson swallows ground wish. Dawson papers gather. Power/eval moot. Attempts fraud-like. Points. Bar board interested. Facade shatters. Greed bear. Belinda rounds Nolan furious. Your mess, useless lawyer. Nolan flares. You push debts your spend. Needed cash your faults. Venom strips happy mask. Reveals contempt. Plan? Disaster. Fletcher use. Carson pay. Dad lie. For untouchable trust. Belinda. Suppose know your son. Years Buterin. No trust clue. Argument rages. Desperation raw. Fletcher/Carson inch escape. Paul silent anchor. Henry numb. Sad over anger. Become this? Hollow greed shells. Dawson cuts. Disputes irrelevant. Legal mess yours. To them. Counsel up. Findings forwarded. Fletcher grabs Carson. Out. Flee car. No glance. Nolan sobs to Henry. Please, not this. Belinda pressure debts didn't know. Belinda scoffs. Pin me? Wanted equal. To Henry. Family think grandkids? Ruin over mix-up. No mix. Deliberate fraud. Evidence with Dawson. Authorities handle. Nolan wails. Money? Lose all. House cars her leave. Dawson cool. Thought before steal. To Henry. Remove? Look Nolan sobbing childlike. Belinda calculating. No remorse. Regret caught. Love gone. Strangers grasping. Heart ache. Resolve firm. Consequence theirs. Yes, leave. But as they stumbled away, Henry wondered if the scar would ever fade, or if redemption lurked in the ruins. Yes. Henry echoed quiet, weighty. Leave now. Turned to Nolan/Belinda. Noise drained. Void where family was. Nolan eyes disbelieving, rimmed red. Go where? Can't boot your son. Voice cracks. Plea tugs parental core. But Fletcher grin flash. Gary warn. Alley dread. Override. Were my son. Ash taste. Ray's boy wouldn't conspire strangers to fraud dad, label unfit steal. Nolan stammers. Didn't mean, wasn't. Henry calm danger. What not? Caught. Trust find. Face actions. Head shake. Weary profound. Choice is yours. Greed. Deceit. Money over kin. Honest love. Belinda sharp. Love? Lecture. Survive we ignore. Hoard while son struggles. Henry. Struggles lifestyle and afford. Bleed him demands. Worked 50 years honest. Save, sacrifice. Post-marriage special. Earn mine. Yours? Tried thief. Belinda. Stole nothing. Dawson dry. Planned fraud. Fake docs. Right strip. Attempt theft. Nolan plead ignore her. Fix. Pay back, counsel. Don't cut. Hollow desperate. No true sorry. Nothing fixed now. Damage done. Trust not broke, shattered. Breath steal. Boundaries. No finance aid more rent cars crises. Own fully. Nolan stricken. How? Adult. Job. Figure like others. Learn earn dollar value. Belinda loud. Pathetic month-sans handouts. Henry ignore, Nolan focus. Communication. If, through Dawson. No calls, visits unannounced, messages. Show big lasting change, behavior, finances, attitude. Maybe revisit. Till then, goodbye. Words final air hang. Nolan shrinks. Horror dawn. Belinda rage mask. Now. Door gesture, no argue room. Belinda mouth open, insult. Dawson step. Clear. Trespass file immediate non-comply. Mouse snaps. Grabs Nolan hard. Go, nothing here. Drag steps. Hateful shoulder glare. Shoves car. Nolan no resist. Stumbles puppet cut. Shoulders slump. Hands face bury. No back look. Watch drive fade. Birds chirp quiet remain. Paw hand, shoulder gentle. Right thing, Henry hard, right? Nod. Speechless. Relief huge. Unburdened physical. Threat gone. Home/finances/autonomy safe. But beneath, hollow deep ache. Battle won. Son lost. Maybe not eternal. Future foresee bond broke. Perhaps irreparable. Victory empty strange. Sorrow taint lead it. Turn walkhouse. Love/sacrifice built. Now silent betray/consequence testament. Fight over. Heal new long time. Months melt. Wound raw dull scar carry always. No longer thought rule. Autumn trees gold/crimson paint. Peaceful storm contrast earlier year rage life. House home again. Quiet. Order. Mary's lemon polish scent linger. Mantle photos. Faint paranoia fade. Vigilance quiet replace. Dawson advised deadbolt click reassure. News trickle Paul. Ground ear still. Fletcher ethic probe serious state bar. Dawson unearthed past shady. Henry's tip. Career toast likely. Carson worse. Board arm pass slap. Case irrefutable. Card. Sedgefield clean health. License suspend indefinite here penned. No more fake report soon. Justice grind slow sure. Nolan/Belinda downfall less official. Personal devastate perhaps. Paul grapevine. Pressure finance. Scheme fail humiliate public. Word spread sans headlines. Shatter fragile wed. Belinda left Nolan. Salvage little take. Parents back move. Nolan struggle. Flashy car sell. Paul spot beat hatchback old. Rumor refinance desperate mortgage oversized house. Expect my demise financed by. Foreclosed face likely. Employees still surprise. Work rep tarnish. People talk, judge. Price pay. Not legal, just Dawson civil simmer back. Social finance. Isolate. Adrift. Pleasure misfortune? No. Nolan struggle stir sad. / grim validate mix. Bed made. Lie now. Roll. No drag back insure. Days rhythm comfort settle. Paul fish Miller pond regular. Hours sit. Lines cast. Speak bare. Companionship quiet and joy. Shore water lap gentle. No pry Nolan. Support silent offer. Understand share deeper words. Occasional dusty barrel beer drop. Afternoon quiet. Gary Nod greet. Draft usual pour. Chat weather. Sports local. Events closer bring, but respect unspoken now. Knowledge share secret keep. Truth reveal. Backclap once. Nolan/Belinda leave post-final. Glad sorted. Henry, all said world mean. Dawson handle efficient quiet. Trust iron. Protect house/invest. Accounts personal secure. Will update. Trust terms formal final wish. Hospital due insure. Paul bequests small separate ad. Nolan, clause condition remain. Possibility distant. Actions own dependent tire. Dawson agree fair. Path provide. Narrow, however. Reconcile potential. Legacy protect. But as crisp October morn mail sort, plain envelope Nolan hand find. No return. Hand hesitate open. Now what? Excuses more. Demand disguise apology. Yet inside, the words hinted at something unexpected, forcing Henry confront if change was possible after all. Plain envelope. Nolan scrawl shaky. No return. Hesitant open. More please veiled. Sheet line fold neat. Script childlike almost. Dad, doubt you'll read. Deserve that guess. No, sorry, not enough. Far. Did what we did. Wrong so. See now. Live this. Scramble Bill's handle should years ago. Lose everything. Hell, but hell I make. No expect forgive. Ever maybe. But say wanted, started job new. Second actual, night deliver drive. Humble, but work honest. Try dad. Try feet on stand like always want me, like learned shit decades back. Try be someone someday, not ashamed you again. Maybe they earn back. Trust not. Gone forever maybe, but conversation just. No pressure. Ask nothing. Talk just. Nolan. Read twice. Thrice. Words differ earlier desperate begs. Raw humble. Years not heard him from. Genuine? Or manipulate new. Old fail post angle? No not. Matter not now honest. Right he? Sorry enough not. Actions loud speak. Letter fold careful. Desk drawer tuck Mary's pick beside. Reply no. Yet not. Maybe ever not. But heart lodge bitterness sharp less slight feel. Door close, complete not perhaps. Lock just. Key right wait. Key Nolan self forge only through change genuine sustain. Porch out walk. Autumn air cool breathe. Neighborhood quiet. House solid stand around me. Safe secure. Mine. Storm face. Betrayal water treacherous navigate. Emerge whole weary but. Future uncertain. Sun regard a special. But time long first. Feel like future my. Shape to my. Peace live to. Victory fight worth. Story this illustrate powerful. Boundaries firm set. Family even with crucial self-respect/security. Henry journey show how generosity unchecked enable unintentional exploit financial, manipulate emotional. Flags red recognize. Instincts trust. Help professionals seek like lawyers/friends trust vital steps. Ultimate. Narrative _respect true not by support financial that reclaim independence/dignity. Process painful however, essential mind peace. Late to never protect self. Lessons what take away Henry's experience? Noah's let comments.